Hey everybody, I hope the multiple chemical sensitivity community is doing good. Hope the mold community is doing okay. It is the end of January 2022. We got some snow flurries in the background. So I want to do a final video on this mystery term, mystery toxin, and I wanted to put it to rest. So still getting a lot of flack about that, still getting a lot of negative feedback. I want to use some more common sense and logic when it comes to MT. Now, here back about 4 or 5 months ago, it might have been longer than that, I think it was around June or July, we had the wildfires out west, and I'm located here in Virginia, and these wildfires was roughly 3,000 miles away. Okay, I'm gonna put some pictures on the screen of how much smoke we got from those wildfires that was 3,000 miles away. In the city of Winston-Salem, it was just like a big plume, a big cloud of smoke. And of course, it set my MCS off. It was very, very bad, very terrible. We're having a slight snowstorm. A couple weeks ago, we had I think it was like 7 inches of snow, maybe a little bit less. And the precipitation came from the Gulf Coast. So everything, that precipitation, it picked it up off the ocean, all the oil spills and the trash and all that good stuff. As it evaporated, it goes up in the sky, and it rains back down, or it snows, and it could be a flare-up of symptoms, etc., etc. But my point about this is there's no such thing as EMT. Everything's explainable, and these are some good examples. When I talk about an area being bad, I don't have doubts that I believe them, and there's areas I do better than others. But the fact that they're trying to say that, I don't even know how to put it in words. They're trying to say it's this mystery area that's bad. The wind doesn't blow around these mystery areas. Things carry for hundreds to thousands of miles. So, I can have an MCS hit tomorrow, or a mold hit, or a, reaction, and not never know why. It might be something that come from 500 miles away, 1,000 miles away. I'll use another good example. I was out in my car a couple days ago, and I was behind a truck, and they was chemically treating the road for the bad weather. Well, naturally, I started feeling a little tight in my chest, etc. And common sense told me that it was the chemicals coming off the truck. So I had to change lanes, of course, and I'm still paying for that a little bit. So it's no mystery to it when you're this environmentally sensitive. There's always an explanation to why, the symptoms are flaring up, or what, the best thing I think the mold community can do is just get rid of that MT and explain it, because people get it so stuck in their mind, like it's an MT. I gotta get out of the area. I read so much crazy stuff on the mold groups. One of the posts that I read was a gentleman was talking about heavy metal chelation. about how it didn't help him one bit. But so I took the time to watch the 10 or 12-minute video, and in the video he said that Andy Cutler's protocol saved his life several times. So which is it? Did getting out of mold save your life, or did the Andy Cutler protocol save your life? You know, just it's such a mess. But the mold communities seems like they're so off track. But you know, when you go by snow, if you live in a snowy area and you see, you know, like the black and the snow and everything, like I'll give you a good example, like right over here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but you can see the little bits of black. And you know, that's not dirt. What that is, that's where they chemically treat the roads, and it contaminates the snow, and it's not something that you want to be playing with, you know, when you're severely environmentally sensitive. But all in all, that's all I got. That will be this will be my final video on mystery toxin, because mystery toxin is not real. Mystery toxin is something that you have to investigate, and something that you'll eventually figure out, whether it's yearly, it's the VOCs off the trees, whether it's a front's blowed in, you know, a change in the Gulf Stream air. That's why, you know, moldies, they tend to move around, because they do good for here for a while, they tend to do good here for a while. And that's why I'm not real big on, you know, moving out west, because usually you always trade one thing for another thing, and usually then it goes to another thing. But that's all I got. I'm gonna wrap the video up. I'm gonna make it short. Just using some common sense, some logic. You gotta remember, you know, the bad spots, the wind just doesn't blow around it. Think of a balloon, you know, where you release a balloon. How many miles does that balloon go before it pops? You know, imagine imagine something toxic being about that balloon and how far it travels. Think about the Native American tribes that got cancer from the nuclear bomb test sites that was 50, 60, 70 miles away. Think about the Bikini Bottom or the Bikini area islands, all the people that got cancer and radiation poisoning 50 to 100 miles away. The wind carries things a long way. So saying a particular area is all bad is kind of naive. Second, you know, some other examples that I can give you is when they set off the largest bomb in the world, I believe it was the Tsar bomb. That was 1964. Some of the radiation and some of the fallout traveled over 1,000 miles. And that was at levels they can measure. Imagine the levels that an MCS person could pick up. So if wildfire smoke can make it from the west coast all the way to Virginia, 3,000 miles, and exhaust and all the other things, there's usually an explanation why you're feeling bad that day. There's usually an explanation. When you're at the bottom, you pick up on more. The more sensitive you are, the more you're going to pick up on. The better you are, the less you're going to be affected by it. So work on your tolerances, work on your treatments. Avoidance is a part of it, but avoidance will not get you well 100%. It is a building block type scenario. Is your avoidance is going to be number one early on, but as you improve, you know, the whole point of this is you don't want to stay in a bubble all your life. And that's my goal, is to improve. That way I got some kind of normalcy. No, I don't want scented candles in my home or my house, but I do want to get to a point to where every decision I make is not MCS based or mold based. It's about comfort, getting well. So laying that one to rest. Y'all have a great one. And now.